Imagine being thrown into a brutal cultivation world with no talent, no spirit root. Just a frail mortal. That is Seo Eun-yun. But every time he dies, he is reborn, carrying memories and experience from past lives. With unyielding will and a steadfast heart, he rises from nothing, cleaving mountains and facing true immortals to forge his own legend. A regressor's tale of cultivation. The journey of a mortal becoming immortal begin. The story begins with the piercing pain of an old man, Seo Eun-yun, who narrates. I am a man from Earth's civilized humanity. In a frail, sickly state, he coughs up blood, barely able to speak. A young girl enters his rundown shack, saying, "Grandfather, my mother told me to bring you this food." He musters a weak thank you. The obedient girl sets down the meal, adding, "Please recover soon and make soap for our family." She leaves, braving the harsh snowstorm outside. Alone, Seo Eun-yun coughs violently, blood staining his lips. 50 years. It has been 50 years since I was cast into this wretched world, he reflects. In his memories, it was the day he and his colleagues, including team leader Kim Young-hoon, were heading to a company workshop. A landslide struck their SUV, and when they awoke, they found themselves in a strange, fantastical world. A place of immortal cultivators, straight out of a Shenxia novel. Towering three-tailed foxes. Massive red-scaled serpents with 2 heads. And cultivators soaring through the skies filled this realm. Yet, unlike his colleagues, who possessed extraordinary spirit roots, and were whisked away by immortals to join prestigious sects, Seo Eun-yun and Kim Young-hoon were left behind, ordinary and powerless. Honestly, I had hoped for something miraculous to happen to us, Seo admits. But without special abilities. They were forced to toil as manual laborers in this unforgiving world. Months passed, and Kim Young-hoon, unwilling to live like this, spent all his savings on a low-grade martial arts manual from a street vendor. Within 3 months, he mastered it, becoming a renowned martial artist in the Zhonghu martial world, working for the imperial court and learning advanced techniques. Eventually, he left Seo behind, ascending to greater heights. Seo, now alone, clung to a faint hope that something extraordinary might happen to him. But his hands, calloused from years of labor, held no miracles. 50 years passed, and he became a frail old man, dying of a cold. I struggled to learn the language, to write, to earn money. I bought a small plot of land and built a shack. I made soap from lye, a novelty in this ancient China-like world, and saved a modest fortune. But even that was stolen, his soap recipe taken by thieves, his customers driven away by thugs. Cast out and rejected by this world. He now awaits death in a crumbling shack. Clutching a stack of paper money, Seo grits his teeth in despair. What can I do against such a cruel fate? I tried my hardest, but what can I do? Tears of helplessness stream down his wrinkled face. As the blizzard rages outside, his strength fades. If only I had a bit of power, just one more chance. Darkness engulfs him. Seo Eun-yun dies. Then, a burst of multicolored light flashes. Instead of ascending to heaven, Seo finds himself back in the past, at the moment he first arrived in this world. The sky is clear, dotted with clouds, and his body is young and strong, clad in the familiar clothes from Earth. What is happening? Why am I alive? He marvels, staring at his rejuvenated hands. His colleagues, equally confused, have just awakened around him. Where are we? They murmur. Seo's eyes widen in realization. I am not powerless. I have awakened the ability to regress. They stand in a lush, sprawling forest. Kim Young-hoon, scanning their surroundings, mutters. We were heading to a workshop, so how did we end up here? Seo, lost in thought, recalls the landslide. Something flashed when we were caught in it. But after 50 years, the memory is hazy. A voice calls out, "Hey, Assistant Seo," but he is too absorbed to hear. Suddenly, a fist slams into his face. It is Jeon Myung-hoon, the arrogant 32-year-old team leader and nephew of the company's CEO, who parachuted into his position. You idiot, did you fall asleep while driving on that mountain road? You nearly killed us all, Jeon Myung-hoon berates him, as the others watch in shock. A red mark blooms on Seo's cheek, blood trickling from his lip. Seo thinks to himself, I forgot. It has been so long since I heard my old title. Jeon continues his tirade, threatening, do you want to be fired when we get back? Another colleague steps in, stop it, Myung-hoon. No one could have avoided that landslide. But Jeon persists, aren't you angry? This fool fell asleep at the wheel and got us lost here. Seo rises slowly, wiping the blood from his mouth. I did fall asleep, he admits silently. But it was because of you, Jaeon Myung-hoon. You dumped your work on me the night before, forcing me to stay up all night. In his past life, Seo had panicked and apologized to Jaeon, believing himself at fault. For 50 years, he lived apologizing to bandits who robbed him, to martial artists who humiliated him, to officials who taxed him into poverty. I learned one thing, he reflects. Against those I can't fight, I endure. But against those I can. Seo stands tall, looking Jaeon Myung-hoon in the eye. I understand you are angry, but now's not the time to blame each other. Enraged, Jaeon swings another punch. What did you say, you bastard? But this time, Seo does not flinch. He dodges and delivers a powerful counterpunch, sending Jaeon sprawling, his face bruised. The crowd gasps in shock. Seo's expression remains resolute. I won't let my life repeat the same mistakes. He lands another blow, this time to Jaeon's chin, blood spraying as memories of his past life's humiliations fuel his fury. How many times was I beaten by bandits on the mountains, by thieves during famines, by officials for unpaid taxes? Each punch is a release of 50 years of pent-up rage. In that violent world, I learned something Jaeon Myung-hoon and the others lack. As Jaeon cowers, raising his hands in surrender, whimpering, I am sorry, I am sorry. Seo glares down at him, his face swollen and bloodied. I do not have the legendary powers immortals covet or the martial prowess to dominate the Jonghu, Seo thinks. But fate can be changed. With newfound resolve, he vows to rewrite his destiny in this second life. Jaeon Myung-hoon clutches his head in pain, reeling from Seo Eun-yun's punches. Kim Young-hoon, alarmed, steps forward. Assistant Seo, no matter how angry you are, you can't attack a colleague like that. Seo responds calmly, yes, I admit I lost control for a moment. If I scared anyone, I apologize. Inwardly, he thinks, I may never see these people again after I die, so what is the point? Turning to Jaeon Myung-hoon, he bows slightly. As the driver, I take responsibility for the accident. Kim Young-hoon reassures him, all right, it is not entirely your fault. That landslide was unavoidable, but, Assistant Seo, your reaction was a bit much. Apologize to team leader Jaeon. Seo reflects, of everyone here, Kim Young-hoon is the one I will likely meet again. If I support him in this life, I might gain some benefits when he rises to unmatched heights with his martial talent. Glancing at Kim, he resolves to build trust early. Seo extends a hand to Jaeon Myung-hoon. Team leader Jaeon, I acted rashly. I am sorry. But Jaeon, still furious from the beating, glares at him with a cold expression and turns away, ignoring the gesture. Kim Young-hoon steps in, resting a hand on Seo's shoulder. Let us get out of this forest first. We should find a nearby village or settlement. Seo frowns, thinking, common sense does not apply here. This is a world of immortals soaring through the skies, seeking the Tao and eternal life. A Jonghu where the strong wield blades for fame and profit, and the weak are devoured. They stand in a dense forest beside a stream. A place called Ascending Immortal Gorge, far from any village, city, or kingdom. Seo speaks up, team leader Kim, it is getting dark. To avoid wild beasts, we should find a safe spot and start a fire for the night. Kim nods after a moment. Good idea. Kim adds, what if we look for the SUV first? We had a lot of luggage for the workshop. Seo hesitates, knowing the vehicle is gone forever, lost in the landslide that brought them here. Even with my regression, they won't believe me if I explain. Let them search, it is not worth wasting effort convincing them. Instead, he suggests, let us split up. One group finds a place to rest nearby, and the other searches for the SUV. We will regroup here before dark. As night falls, the group gathers around a fire, the forest shrouded in darkness. A female colleague sighs, the SUV fell in that landslide, but how did we survive while it vanished? Kim Young-hoon agrees, it is bizarre. What is going on here? Seo hands out roasted chestnuts he gathered. Try these, they are crispy and fresh. Kim laughs heartily. Here we are, stranded, and yet Assistant Seo makes it feel like a camping trip. I knew back at the company you were a hard worker. The female colleagues chime in, smiling. Yeah, Assistant Seo's our busy bee. Finding this cave to rest in feels like an adventure. Seo shrugs modestly, just got lucky. In his past life, he would wandered all night to find this shelter. The group teases him playfully, and Seo thinks, let me enjoy this moment. It might be the last time I laugh like this. Under the full moon, a faint purple mist blankets the night. Suddenly, Seo's face pales, sweat beading on his forehead. A colossal creature emerges, a massive three-tailed fox, its voice booming. You humans carry a peculiar aura. In my 1500 years, I have never encountered your kind. A drowsy colleague rubs her eyes. Assistant Seo, what is that sound? The group freezes, screaming, it is a real monster. Seo shouts, trembling, everyone, pay respects to the master of this forest, kneel now. The fox opens its gaping, drooling maw. Lowly humans, always so ignorant and disrespectful. Normally, I would tear you to pieces. It eyes Seo approvingly, but one among you knows proper etiquette. For that, I will spare your lives. The group kneels, trembling in fear. The fox continues, licking its lips. To stay in my domain, you must offer a sacrifice, one arm from one of you. Seo grits his teeth, recalling his past life. Back then, we knew nothing and screamed in defiance, enraging the fox. It tore us all apart. This time, his proper etiquette has earned the creature's favor. It only wants one arm, not all of us. And I know cultivators will arrive in 2 days to heal such wounds. Glancing at the pain-relieving spirit herb he prepared, Seo raises his hand, I will offer my arm. The group gasps in shock. The fox, pleased, says, a courteous one. For your manners, I will eat slowly to lessen your pain. Its jaws clamp down, severing Seo's arm as he screams in agony. The others shut their eyes, unable to watch. Seo, sobbing, grabs the spirit herb and chews it desperately, dulling the pain slightly. The fox licks its lips, disappointed. Your taste is strange but no better than ordinary humans full of impurities. Seo, trembling, bows. Forgive me for the unworthy offering. The fox snorts. For your courtesy, I permit you to stay in my domain for 7 days, protected by my spiritual field. You won't die. With that, it leaps into the sky, vanishing. The group rushes to Seo's side, shouting, Assistant Seo. He calms them, clutching his bleeding stump. Let us get inside first. I will explain. Once settled, he says, this morning, I left the cave and encountered that fox. It spoke to me. A colleague gasps, is this a martial world? Kim Young-hoon, stunned, mutters, I never imagined I would see something like this in my lifetime. Seo, gripping his wound, replies, one arm was the price for 7 days of safety. Another asks, what happens after 7 days? Seo breathes heavily, we will need another offering. That is obvious. The group falls silent, horrified. Exhausted, Seo says, I am worn out. My eyes are heavy, let me rest a bit. Please understand. As the blood-red moon rises, Seo slips into unconsciousness. The others whisper among themselves. One snaps at Jeon Myung-hoon. How can you think like that? Assistant Seo sacrificed his arm to save us. Seo, stirring awake, overhears them. Another adds, I can't defend you, team leader Jeon. Who is going to offer themselves to that fox in 7 days? A colleague defends Seo. He is not useless. He found this cave and food for us. Jeon Myung-hoon, shameless, sneers from the corner. In these 7 days, we should learn as much as we can from Seo Woon-yun. He has already lost an arm, how long can he last like that? It makes sense for him to sacrifice again next time. Seo's eyes glint with icy resolve as he silently watches the despicable man, his heart hardening against the selfishness of those he once called colleagues. Seo Woon-yun stands behind the group, silently fuming. So, because I am now crippled, they plan to offer my limbs to that fox every week. His grip tightens on a nearby rock. Despicable. Jeon Myung-hoon, oblivious, continues his vile rant, his words dripping with selfishness. Seo's eyes fixate on the rock. After 50 years of beatings in my past life, I have learned violence well. With one hand, I could kill a wretch like Jeon Myung-hoon. His gaze burns with murderous intent. Should I end him now? But he sets the rock down and quietly returns to the cave. He is likely paralyzed by fear, unable to think clearly. If I act too ruthlessly, it will be harder to gain Kim Young-hoon's trust later. A voice outside snaps, Jeon Myung-hoon, shut up unless you want a broken leg to match your face. Seo chuckles softly, not everyone here is rotten, just caught in this chaotic mess. The next morning, the sky is clear, bathed in gentle sunlight. A massive two-headed serpent appears, distinct from the fox that took Seo's arm. In his past life, this creature drained the blood of Deputy Manager Oh, who had already been maimed and died. This time, Seo speaks up, if it is just a bit of blood, let Deputy Manager Oh offer it. Oh extends his arm, and the serpent drinks, then hisses in disgust. This blood is vile, never have I tasted such foul mortal blood. Co smirks inwardly. Of course, the blood of a 21st century office worker, full of cholesterol and nicotine, would not taste good. Oh, enraged by the insult, glares at the serpent. Co turns to Jaeon Myung-hoon. Team leader Jaeon, care to gather herbs with me? Jaeon, slouched on the ground, mutters, what, me, aren't you hungry? Co approaches. I will show you which fruits and herbs are edible. Come on. Jaeon hesitates. That is, allowed. Co leans in, whispering, I plan to offer my arm to the fox again next week. If I die, someone needs to know how to survive in this forest. Jaeon grins, satisfied but wary. Really, thanks, man. Co hides a cold smile. Thanks for what? The fox won't return, and what you learn will be useless. Under a clear blue sky, Co shouts. Team leader Jaeon, I told you not to pick those berries, don't you listen? Jaeon, sweating, stammers an apology. Co lectures, those are poisonous, you would be dead if you ate them. He keeps Jaeon working, making him dig and fetch, until Jaeon gasps. Wait, I need a break. Digging's exhausting. Co thinks, this is the same nonsense Jaeon pulled on me when I was new at the company. He replies, finish before dark, then rest. They uncover ripe red fruits. And a massive ginseng root. Jaeon gapes, whoa, is this real ginseng? It is huge. Co nods, looks like it. It is called yellow pearl ginseng. In this spirit-rich ascending immortal gorge, even ordinary ginseng grows to this size. Useless to immortals, but for martial artists like Kim Myung-hoon, it is a rare treasure to boost inner strength. Pointing ahead, Co says, there are 2 more over there. Jaeon blinks. So many, is it okay to take them all? Co shrugs. Wrap them carefully in your shirt. As dusk falls, Co calls, let us head back. Suddenly, a tremendous clash of energies shakes the forest. Jaeon Myung-hoon collapses, clutching his head. Deputy Manager Oh grabs his throat, drooling in pain. Kim Myung-hoon, unscathed, shouts, what is happening? Why are you screaming? Cultivators appear, floating in the sky, their voices booming. Incredible, to find such unpolished gems. One snaps, back off, Jade Tiger, these are mine. Kim Myung-hoon, watching them hover, mutters, how heartless. Another cultivator, Hwa Kwak, stammers, who are you people? The cultivators ignore him, debating. Only 3 have spirit roots. The rest are mere mortals. A golden bolt of energy strikes Jaeon Myung-hoon. The cultivator laughs, a heavenly golden thunderbody, unbelievable. Another, wielding a crescent-shaped zither, unleashes purple soundwaves at a female colleague, who clutches her ears in pain. A demonic sound spirit root, such a thing exists. A burly cultivator places a hand on Deputy Manager O's shoulder. A supreme sacred body, how can such a physique exist? Grinning, he declares, the Azure Heaven Creation Sect will take you 3 as disciples. Your talents could shake the heavens. O trembles, barely breathing under the oppressive aura. Refuse, and I will die. Another cultivator vies for O. Join the Black Ghost Valley instead. We offer immortality, heaven-defying power, and endless riches within a century. A third insists, no, the Golden Divine Thunder Sect is your true home. Kim Myung-hoon, shaking, pleads, please, can you help us leave this forest? We will die if we stay. A cultivator opens a gourd, sucking Jaeon Myung-hoon inside. Mortals like you should worry. With such worthless bodies, you dared enter ascending immortal gorge. The burly cultivator hoists O over his shoulder, then extends a hand to heal Seo's arm. You offered your arm to that fox, did not you? Mortal or not, you have got spirit. Seo's arm regenerates, and he bows. Thank you. The 3 cultivators each take one of the chosen Jaeon Myung-hoon, Deputy Manager O, and Assistant Kong vanishing into the sky. Kim Myung-hoon shouts desperately, wait, how do we get out of here? But they are gone, as if the rest are mere insects. Co closes his eyes. 50 years ago, it was the same. We screamed until our throats gave out, but they left us behind. He flexes his restored arm. At least I got this back. Meteors streak across the sky, and Kim Myung-hoon gasps, what are those? Is something happening? The next day, thunder rumbles as rain pours. Inside the cave, Assistant Kong coughs up blood, her condition worsening. A colleague panics. Assistant Co, Kang's not doing well, is there a herb that can help, what do we do? Co, turning away, replies quietly, Wait a little longer. Someone might come to heal her. The colleague frowns, confused. What? At that moment, a cultivator appears before them. You are the mortals in ascending Immortal Gorge. He says, his presence overwhelming. While true dragons clash, ants like you would be crushed. Kim Young-hoon, trembling, asks, who are you? The cultivator smiles. Sea Dragon King, Shu Luyuan. Inside the cave, gasps of astonishment echo. The phantom rain dragon, the Sea Dragon King, Shu Luyuan, nods. Indeed, never before has the heavenly mechanism revealed such a phenomenon. Intrigued, I traced its cause a woman from years past. He strokes his chin, amused. Immortal, yet to awaken her spirit root, wielded such terrifying power, and in a state of unconsciousness, no less. Truly remarkable. Seo Un-yun speaks up, eyeing the cultivator. We are the ones who find this strange. We have only been in this place for a short time, yet high cultivators like you keep appearing and taking our colleagues away. Shu Luyuan bursts into laughter, clutching his stomach. You mean some of your companions stand out, and so master cultivators come to whisk them away. His gaze shifts to Assistant Kong, lying on the ground. And now, it is my turn. He glances at Seo. Mortal, do you know where you are? Shu Luyuan explains, this place is called Ascending Immortal Gorge. Or the Path of Ascension, a road to the upper realm. In a few months, a spatial rift known as the Heavenly Gate will open nearby, a once-in-a-millennium event. That is why not only cultivators but also high-level spirit beasts gather here, seeking to ascend. It is no surprise you have encountered beings like me. Seo nods thoughtfully. I see. Kim Young-hoon, panicking, interjects, but those cultivators said they would take our friends into their sects. If they are ascending to the upper realm, why bother recruiting disciples? Shu Luyuan reaches into his robe. You mortals would not understand cultivators' ways. He produces a small vial. Among our techniques, some allow us to shrink objects or even entire sects into artifacts like this. They likely plan to bring their sects to the upper realm when the Heavenly Gate opens. I am no different. I have sealed a city of the Four Seas Dragon Clan, with over 1,800 members in slumber, into this artifact. Seo and Kim stare, wide-eyed. Shu Luyuan approaches Assistant Kong, lifting her to examine her closely. Remarkable. If I bring her to the Sea Dragon Clan, she could make us a formidable force. Kim Young-hoon rushes forward. Wait, Assistant Kong. But he collapses. Eyes bulging, teeth clenched as an oppressive aura crushes him. Shu Luyuan cradles Kong, smirking wickedly. I will awaken her bloodline and take her into the clan. This benefits us both, and I advise you. His eyes glow an eerie green. Not to question high cultivators. Seo and Kim cough up blood, Kim's eyes bleeding profusely. Shu Luyuan strides away. I am kind enough to explain. Others would have torn you apart for daring to speak. Lightning cracks. As he transforms into a dragon and soars off. The sky clears moments later. The remaining female colleague, trembling, mutters. Everyone's been taken. What is happening? First a landslide, now dragons and immortals carting people off. Seo approaches her, and she lowers her gaze, whispering, Assistant Seo, you can't let them take you too. Her face is etched with fear. If you are gone, I won't survive this forest. Seo looks at her with regret. It is a pity, but the time has come. Suddenly, Kim Young-hoon staggers, clutching his head. The woman collapses, writhing. Something's coming. Birds scatter in panic. A wizened old cultivator, riding a spirit beast, appears. Mortals, without awakened spirit roots, how did you reach the path of ascension? He peers down. Must be a mistake. The heavenly gate's opening destabilizes space, dragging mortals here. I am a genius for figuring that out. Chuckling, he descends, leaning on his staff. Who is responsible for that earth-shaking technique? You thought it was a true immortal strike, did not you? He spots the woman. That girl, huh? Kim Young-hoon, flustered, asks, who are you? She is our colleague, team leader Kim. Forgetting Shu Luwan's warning, he questions the cultivator. Instantly, a force slams into Kim, sending him sprawling. Seo lunges, catching him. And they skid across the ground. Kim glances at Seo, who shielded him. His shirt torn and back bruised. Assistant Seo, thanks. Are you okay? You're back. Seo grunts, I am fine. The old cultivator lifts team leader Kim's chin. I will take you as a disciple. You lack a spirit root, but your talent could awaken one. If this strange technique evolves into a new divine sense for cultivators, what then? She trembles, sobbing. Team leader Kim, assistant Seo. The cultivator glares, enraged. I offer to take you in, yet you cling to mortal ties. With a wave, he levitates Seo and Kim. Then I will sever those ties. Team leader Kim pleads, no, please stop, I will do anything you want, just spare them. He sneers, then forget your mortal connections. Understood, she chokes, I understand. He flings Seo and Kim to the ground like discarded toys. A purple energy emanates from his hand. But leaving them here will keep you tethered. I will send them to the nearest mortal realm. A circular portal opens. They will be teleported randomly through a spatial rift. Where they end up, even I do not know. Seo and Kim are sucked into the vortex. Seo grips the herbs tightly. I must hold on to these. Team leader Kim screams, wait, everyone. Moments later, Seo and Kim land amidst a bustling market. Finest silk from the Yan Kingdom, sacred texts from the Holy Empire, fresh today. Seo blinks, disoriented. Where is this? Scanning the crowd, he thinks. In my past life, I never came here. Stepping forward, he mutters. As that old cultivator said, it is random. But why does this place feel familiar? Shielding his eyes from the sun, he realizes. This is Zijing City, the capital of the Yan Kingdom where I lived in my past life. Zijing City buzzes with crowds weaving through its bustling streets. Kim Young-hoon, dazed, speaks up. Assistant Seo, I can't make sense of what is happening anymore. The two huddle in a narrow alley. Seo sighs, I wish this were just a dream. Kim rubs his head, should I be sad that we are the only ones left behind, or grateful we were not taken by those monstrous cultivators? Seo remains silent, unsure how to respond. Even with my regression, in my past life, I was just a weak herb gatherer. He speaks up, we can't stay stuck in this alley forever. Let us go see what is out there. The city is lined with intricately built houses. And passers-by whisper, staring at them. Kim frowns. What are they saying? It sounds like Chinese, and why are they staring? Seo smiles. They are saying our clothes look strange. Kim blinks. You understood that? Seo nods cheerfully. Don't worry, I know a bit of their language. In truth, it is not Chinese. The writing resembles Han characters, but the language is unique. In my past life, it took me months to learn basic phrases. And I was mocked by beggars for my clumsy speech. This time, I won't struggle. Kim, still guilty about Seo's injured back from shielding him, says, you are a blessing, Seo. Seo suggests, let us buy some local clothes. Kim looks puzzled. With what? Our money's useless here. At a nearby apothecary. An old shopkeeper beams at the yellow pearl ginseng before him. Heavens, good sir, you would sell such a treasure to my humble shop. Seo, arms crossed, says sternly, this is yellow pearl ginseng, thousands of years old. The shopkeeper's eyes gleam. By the gods, it is worth at least 15 silver ingots. Seo thinks, 15 ingots, in my past life, I never touched such wealth. He clears his throat. Bring the payment. The shopkeeper scurries off, returning with the silver. Later, at a modest house, Kim exclaims. What, this is our new home? Seo grins. Yes, from today, we live here. I will teach you the local script. Kim, grateful, says, thank you, assistant Seo. Seo glances at his hand, holding a single remaining silver ingot. I spent most of the money bribing officials for residency papers and buying this house. The capital's prices are brutal. Kim notices blood seeping through Seo's shirt from his back wound. He chuckles, changing the mood. We are not co-workers anymore. Let us drop the titles and use our names, Yun. Seo nods, as you wish, Young-hoon. Kim, still grateful, says, thank you, Yun. That night, under a full moon. A lamp flickers in their room. Kim muses, we earn so much from those forest herbs. But with only a few ginseng roots left, we will struggle once they are gone. We need a plan to survive. Seo suggests, what if we use the remaining silver as capital to start a business? Kim strokes his chin. What could we do? Seo thinks, our starting capital is decent. With Young-hoon's skills as a deputy manager, we could scrape by. But that is not enough. His eyes harden. Since I have regressed, I must aim higher. He recalls Kim Young-hoon's past life. A martial genius who, with only low-grade manuals bought from street vendors, became a master of inner energy in months, eventually mastering supreme techniques and becoming the Yan Kingdom's greatest warrior. If someone like him learns high-level martial arts from the start, what then? The world's greatest blade could emerge 30 years sooner. By his side, Even scraps of his success would let me live comfortably. Seo speaks up, Young Hoon, this is a world of martial arts and cultivators. If we only trade, we will be bullied by martial artists. Learning some martial skills for self-defense is essential, right? Kim's eyes light up. Martial arts, but sects do not share their techniques easily. How could we learn? Seo smiles inwardly. As expected of the company's martial arts novel fanatic, he can't resist the thrill. He explains, Zijing City hosts the 7 greatest sects. The 4 Stars True Demon Sect, Strict Discipline Temple, Moonlit Frost, and 7 Sages Gate are righteous factions. The 3 Evils Wolfpack, Shadow Knight Society, and Dragonhead Clan are considered unorthodox, known for stealth and strange movement techniques, often operating outside the law. The True Demon Sect specializes in sword and saber arts. Strict Discipline Temple follows Buddhist practices. Moonlit Frost is an intelligence network like the Beggar's Sect. And 7 Sages Gate, with its long history, teaches diverse martial arts. He asks, which sect interests you most? Young Hoon, Kim grins. True Demon Sect, of course. A true hero must master swordsmanship, but for a man, saber arts feel more fitting. Seo's eyes gleam, as expected of the future world's greatest saber master. Kim, curious, asks, how do you know all this? Seo shrugs. I overheard martial artists at the government office. 3 months later, at the True Demon Sect's gate. A guard halts them. Who are you, and why are you here? Seo bows respectfully. This is my elder brother, Kim Young Hoon. He has long admired the True Demon Sect and seeks to study martial arts. A burly disciple eyes Kim, thinking, he has potential. But he shakes his head. At his age, learning martial arts will be tough. Seo smiles, producing a silver ingot. Could we speak to someone with authority? We only seek basic self-defense techniques. In a chamber, a sect elder booms, you want martial arts for protection. Seo offers several silver ingots. Yes, but if we could learn the best defensive techniques, we would be deeply grateful for your generosity. The elder eyes the silver. You can join the Demon Slaying Hall as outer disciples. But even with this donation, you will get no special treatment. And we will accept only one of you. Seo thinks, a century-old yellow pearl ginseng for this. Kim protests, this is daylight robbery. But Seo quickly clasps his hands. Our thanks to the Hall Master. My brother will join as an outer disciple of the Demon Slaying Hall. The elder takes the silver and leaves, saying, report to the outer hall, where outer disciples reside. Kim, worried, asks, Yun, what good is it if only I learn? We should have tried another sect. Seo reassures him, it is fine, I have never been athletic. I will use the remaining silver to trade and support you. Focus on your training. Kim hesitates but nods, if you say so, I will do my best. Glancing at his aging body, he mutters, I just hope this old frame can handle a single move. Seo smiles, believe in yourself, Young Hoon. You will succeed. Kim grins, thanks, Yun. 7 months later, at the True Demon Sect's inner sect tournament, a disciple roars in shock and fury. What in the world, how could that old man, Kim Young Hoon, learn so fast? Another fumes, how could our elite disciples, groomed for the sect's future, lose to some nobody? The entire True Demon Sect trembles with disbelief at Kim's meteoric rise. Kim Young Hoon, now a towering figure in the martial world, lectures on mastery. To achieve great success in a martial art, one must comprehend its true intent and fully assimilate it into oneself. Even a third-rate martial artist, if they grasp the essence of their technique, can rise to second-rate. To surpass that, they must achieve enlightenment 2 or 3 times greater. A process demanding years of relentless effort. He pauses, his gaze sweeping the True Demon Sect's arena. Yet some, with heaven-defying talent, mock ordinary progress, advancing leaps and bounds in mere months. A sect elder trembles, sweating. The True Demon Sect gathers the most gifted masters in Zijing City. But to be defeated by an outsider. Kim Young Hoon, in just 7 months, has mastered the sect's dragon-slaying saber art, ascending to the ranks of a first-rate master. The elder, furious, clenches his teeth. Learning in half a year what takes others a lifetime. We, the pride of the martial world, are groveling before a nobody. He roars, seize him. Outside a chamber, disciples stand guard. Inside, Seo Yun watches, thinking, one outer disciple reaching elder-level strength in 7 months has thrown the True Demon Sect into chaos. Kim Young Hoon, still practicing diligently, is accused of being a spy for an unorthodox sect and confined to the C family estate. Seo, exasperated, mutters, I know nothing of martial arts, why am I caught up in this spy nonsense, arrested mid-trade. He turns to Kim, Young Hoon, are not you worried? Kim, unfazed, wipes sweat from his brow. Worried, they think I am a spy. In martial novels, do not they cripple your dantian or sever your meridians for that? He pauses, gripping his saber. Yet, strangely, I sense the next barrier. If I break through, I could reach a higher realm. Seo's eyes widen. A monster. Barely a first-rate master, and he is already sensing the next stage. Beyond first-rate lies the pinnacle realm, the level of sect leaders and grand elders. Known in the Yan Kingdom as absolute masters, with fewer than 1,000 such figures nationwide. Realms beyond the pinnacle are legends, the ultimate limit of martial arts. Seo smiles faintly. I was wrong. Your momentum could birth the world's greatest saber master not 30 years early, but 40. 7 days later. Kim Young-hoon, meditating, emits a vibrant green aura, energy blossoms swirling around him. Seo gapes. Is that the 3 blossoms gathering at the crown, the mark of the pinnacle realm? Kim exhales steadily. I have broken through that wall. Grinning, he adds, even the true demon sect's leader does not scare me now. Seo laughs. Your talent defies imagination. Kim stands, touching the saber at his waist. I am shocked myself. I have loved martial arts novels since childhood, maybe it is fate. Suddenly, footsteps thunder toward them. A disciple bellows, Kim Young-hoon and his accomplice, listen, the spy Kim Young-hoon seeks to steal our sect's arts. Cripple his dantian, sever his limbs and meridians, and bring him to justice by the leader's order. Kim's eyes narrow coldly. Seo steps forward to explain, I have said it before, we are not spies. Before he can finish, the disciple's fist slams into his face, drawing blood. You were heard speaking a strange language, secret codes, no doubt. Kim draws his saber, slashing in a single fluid motion. Blood sprays as the disciple's arm is severed, his sword clattering to the ground. Screaming, the disciple retreats. Kim warns, is this the sect I chose? Kim warns, is this the sect I chose? But Kim fells them all with one strike. The group scatters, shouting. He is a pinnacle master, retreat and report to the leader. Kim turns to Seo, Yun, I plan to travel the sects, honing my skills. What about you? Wiping blood from his face, Seo replies. I will come with you. Why not try the Dragon Head clan, one of the great unorthodox sects? Kim nods. Sounds good, meet me at their mountain gate. I will shake off the true demon sect's pursuit first. The scene shifts to a towering, mist-shrouded mountain. Kim Young-hoon, saber-bloodied, stands atop a peak. Yun, you are late. Seo, panting from the climb, retorts, you are just too fast. Noticing the blood on Kim's blade, Seo thinks. Not long ago, he was a deputy manager scolding me for violence. This world truly changes people. He muses wistfully, if only I could return to Earth's normal life, not this brutal Jonghu. But he shakes it off. If regression brought me here, there is no going back. As long as I live, there is hope. The two continue their ascent. After the true demon sect's betrayal, Kim Young-hoon conquers the Dragon Head clan entirely. Over the next 2 years, he roams the Yan Kingdom's regions, challenging every major sect. By the 3rd year, he has torn down the plaques of all great factions, earning the title of the world's greatest. With his fame, Kim unites the martial world, founding the Martial Alliance. 7 years later, he and Seo, now sworn brothers, no longer distinguish between elder and younger. Kim creates a martial art for Seo, the mountain-cleaving sword art. This technique embodies the will to split mountains, Kim explains. Master it to great success, and the pinnacle realm is within reach. Seo's eyes widen as Kim adds, I also crafted the Dragon Vein inner energy art alongside it, a true first-rate martial art, unlike the third-rate manuals sold in markets. But as Seo practices, Kim lands a blow, sending him crashing to the ground. Examining him, Kim sighs, Yun, you are truly hopeless at martial arts. Seo, bruised and sitting up, groans, my talent is pitiful. The world's greatest created a martial art for me, teaching me every move, yet after a year, I have barely reached 3rd rate. Kim chuckles, at least your medical skills are decent. Everyone has their own strengths. 10 years pass. One day, Seo witnesses a radiant light emanating from a secluded spot. Kim Young-hoon, now aged and bald, meditates within. Seo stares, awestruck, the legendary 5 energies converging to the origin. Kim's eyes glow white, his body radiating light. His form twists, hair regrowing, transforming from an old man into a youthful, muscular figure with a golden aura and seismic tremors. Seo gasps, Young Hoon, is that? Kim, now vibrant with long black hair and a chiseled face, laughs. Eun Yun, I have been reborn. Teasing, he adds, why so shocked? This is bone shedding in body rebirth.